Hello everyone, this is K9SA2. So, this video, if you didn't know what my channel is mostly about, it's about Kimi no Iru Machi. And, well, latest chapter of Kimi no Iru Machi, not gonna say it surprised me. Not at all. You wanna know why? Because I read a lot of manga. I really do. I read lots of it, and I know stories like this, where if you didn't know what's going on so far, like Haruto and Iba got together, and they've been in that phase of, oh, we're innocent, but we don't want to do innocent things. But Haruto wants to be innocent because he doesn't want to lose Iba or something. So that's what's been going on there in like their relationship. And then Iba's dad isn't accepting of the relationship, so he kind of just ended it for them. But then she ran away, and now she lives with Haruto. So all happy days. Haruto gets to live with Iba. Yeah, they're enjoying that life for a short while because like her dad doesn't really understand or care. So then her dad comes out of nowhere and just invites himself to Haruto's house. And he's like, "You're coming back home with me." And she's like, "No." And he's like, "All right then, I'm leaving. You tell them the story." And it's like, oh, there's a story to be told. It's like, and as I was reading it, I'm like, I know exactly what this story is. It's the story of your dad's a real nice guy. He's just a douche now because he doesn't know any other way than to be a douche. And the thing about it is, he wants to be like loving and caring for you, but he's done it in different ways, and so he wants you to accept that. So that's how the story is. Like her mom was sick and dying, and her mother didn't want her father to worry, so she's like, "Oh, you should go take Eva to places while I'm sick." And he's like, "But I want to go with you." And she's like, "Oh, I'm sick. Go take her somewhere. Go, go, go." And then he works late one night and she dies. And so he feels pretty bad when his wife dies while he's away at work. That's what he does. And so he tries to adjust to like not being at work and having Eva as a daughter, and that doesn't work out too well for him. So he remarries because he's like, I don't know how to be a good dad to her. I really don't. Please be her mother. And then the stepmother talks about how it was hard for Eva and Ren at first, but now thanks to Haruto things have changed. And the reason that her father doesn't like Haruto secretly is because he's done she what he wasn't able to do, which is like make Eva smile and bring the family together. Because that's what the father wanted to do, but he couldn't do it because he was far away and working all the time. So Haruto wound up doing it, and that made him very envious. And at the same time, he's like, he wants to protect Eva, and to protect her, he believes that Haruto is the right choice. But her and Haruto have proved them wrong. So I'm guessing next chapter he's going to like uncut her off because he cut her off. You know how dads do to daughters when the dad has lots of money and the daughter uses that money. It's like, oh, we're fighting, then I'm cutting you off. It's like, I know that you have no other way to live without this money, and yes, it's mostly my fault you don't know how to strive for yourself, but you'll learn how to strive for yourself this time. That or die in an alley and get raped, and it'll be my fault, and I'll be a terrible father for the rest of the time. But that's the worst case scenario. And how many times do the worst case scenarios pan out? 25 out of 10, 9 out of 10 times. 9 out of 10 times? Oh, well. I'm still a good father. I provided for you and then I took you off. This is going to help you see that daddy's always right. You know, you always believe daddy was always right, except for this one issue in which daddy will not budge. So it's like that. So her dad wasn't a bad guy. I kind of figured as much. It was pretty obvious. He was just being a protective father. Like, he just wants what's best for his girl, who had a dying mother, trying to get like the dying mother's last wish through, which is having a happy family. But it's like I understand that, so I couldn't really like that chapter. Like the chapters leading up to that chapter didn't surprise me. When he did come and they explained the story, it's like, yeah, I knew he wasn't an asshole. Like, it's rare that they make anime fathers assholes, and especially in love mangas. Like, very rare that happens. Like, usually the parents are against it, but then eventually the parents like jump on the bandwagon after a while. So if he was against it now, he would have gotten through it later. Like if Eba had gotten into an accident and Haruto was there, he would have noticed and he would have been alright with it. So that's how most love mangas are. But yeah, so that's what happened in the latest chapter of Kimi no Iru Machi. So I guess you could say Haruto and Eba are happy. Just kind of, I'm not entirely, I'm not upset with this chapter. Like, I knew what was going to happen. So it's like, I was just reading to see what the story was behind her mom. And when I found out, it was like, oh, okay. Well, that did that for me. That's good. Alright then. Next chapter, and then Eva started crying at the end of the chapter. It's like, of course she's going to start crying. She called her dad an asshole, and he wasn't an asshole at all. So it's like, what are you gonna do? Like, okay, alrighty then. That's nice. You started crying. It's like, okay, good job. And that's how that chapter ended. Just Eva crying. So next chapter, I guess, her and Daddy will make up, and she'll get to stay with Haruto, and their relationship will be alright. Yeah, so that's how that's gonna happen. And that sounds like a great, great, not very interesting chapter. Yeah, to be honest. I think I will do a One Piece Bleach review, actually, after this. So if you want to watch that, you can. You don't have to. But this was Kimi no Machi's latest chapter. Haruto and Eva sitting in a tree with her daddy with the axe trying to cut it down. That's what this chapter was about. Alright.